Girls, I have a story for you today. It's called Snippets, a story about paper shapes. It's written and illustrated by Diane Abler. I hope that you enjoy it. Look at all those shapes. And here's the dedication page. It says, "To my children, Ryan and Anna, you can change the world one snippet of kindness at a time." This is a story about a strange little place where two shapes of paper filled up the whole space. Triangles and squares would all wait in line to make a home in the same patterned design. Each house like the other, all so mundane, not a chimney, a shingle, or long window pane. So they waited in line to make these houses. Then one afternoon, after new shapes were made, a Snippet showed too in an aqua blue shade. But because Snippet had an oddly shaped top, he looked a bit different from a normal rooftop. So they're like, "Who are you?" He was very shy, but he wanted to play, so he asked the shapes, "What are you making today?" "We make sturdy houses," announced the red square. "Asymmetrical shapes belong right over there. Because we are different, it's best we're divided. We just can't risk having our houses lopsided." So they're telling him that he needs to go over there because he's an asymmetrical shape. Snippet wasn't expecting to be asked to leave and was shocked that Square was being naive. He could build a strong house and be part of a pair, even though he was not like a regular square. So he didn't understand what the problem was. I gotta go over into this pile? Why? Not wanting to argue, he walked over to the pile and noticed each shape had a distinctive style. They were all snippets. They were just like him. Some sides were long and some shapes were slim. He's like, they're kind of like me. He was so excited by such a surprise. There were so many shapes of irregular size. "Come on," they all said. "Jump right into the pile." So Snippet dove in with a bright, gleaming smile. Yippee! He's going in with the pile. And even though Snippet really loved the new place, he just couldn't forget that strange, tidy place. Deep down in his heart, being divided felt wrong. He just wanted to see all the shapes get along. As he stood thinking, an idea came to mind. What if he went back and tried to be kind? I thought he already was kind. To that misguided square with a perfect physique, he could show him the beauty of being unique. So there's Square and Triangle waiting in line, and he's coming over to talk to them before they make their house. When Snippet arrived, Square started to grumble. "Why are you back? You'll make our houses crumble." This was Snippet's big chance to make Square truly see all the wonderful things they could possibly be. And there's Triangle still waiting in line to make her house. Snippet pointed to the roof's acute angle and said, "I can make a tall chimney on that green triangle." Snippet saw Square start to fill up with doubt and knew it'd be best to act it all out. So he climbed on the triangle and said, "How's this look?" Square watched carefully, but the house never shook. It's not falling down, and it doesn't look bad. In fact, it looks great. So what else can we add? Oh, he's starting to understand. "Actually," said Snippet, "we could add some more. There's a rectangle, Snippet, for a fancy front door. It's okay if I ask the pile to play too." Square happily agreed, only expecting a few. But the whole pile showed up to come over and play. And to Square's huge surprise, they had such a fun day. They're like, "I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming." The houses they made had never looked so grand. It was just as wonderful as Snippet had planned. Squares, triangles, and snippets all getting along. They'd made a great place where they all could belong. Now look at that house. It's unique. Different from the ones we saw in the beginning, right? Long rectangles made houses that reached up so high. A pentagon-shaped rocket could fly in the sky. A right triangle made a red sail on a ship. It was amazing to see such close partnership. Look at that. They all learned so much from each other that day that regardless of shape, they could happily play. And to think it was just one Snippet's kind heart that joined them together to make such great art. All right, so that's the end of the story. Boys and girls, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you saw the different shapes, obviously, that they talked about in the book, but I also hope that you understood the lesson that they were trying to teach in the story as well. You could talk to your family about that and try to figure out what lesson do you think the author was trying to convey. What message was the author trying to get you to learn? You can go back and reread the story with your family again. You just have to stop it and then, just go back and listen to it again or mute my voice and read it again with your family and see if you can figure out the message. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening. Bye.